All right, everybody, how's it going out there? Rooster here in Tennessee. Got another used amplifier for sale. This is a bass amp, a 2-drive and 4. I haven't had the lids off of it, but I will take some pictures of the inside before somebody pays for it, obviously. Got this in on trade, bought it. Guy said it's got 2 ST Micro 1446s in it, driving 4 Toshiba 2879, so it's a 2-drive and 4. Switches on the front, on and off switch. This is a standby, so you can leave the fan running and turn it, if you want to, let's say it gets hot or whatever, you get long-winded and you're like, oh man, my amp's running a little hot. You can leave the fan running and the amp won't key up right there. This one is just a dead switch. Doesn't have anything on it. You could add a sideband delay to it if you wanted to, if that's what you want to do, but right now it doesn't have anything on it. You've just got the on and off switch and the sideband. Just a plain black amp. I'm told it was a Viper is the original maker of it, which is probably a good chance with the gold lettering. Probably believe that. Amp that was made back in the day. Some of you guys might be familiar with. They were relatively popular in this area. Mobile, bass, both. A few of them still floating around out there. You'll see them in this area from time to time. But that's the story on it. It's got a fan on the back of it that's actually pretty quiet, and it's pushing some good air there. So not a real loud running amp. Fan runs quiet. I've pre-tested it. Pretty happy with the output of it. We're going to drive it with the Uniden 35, 38 PEP, 10 watts average, and what are we running into? It looks like probably, just by estimate, probably about a 2-watt dead key or so. Okay, so let's see what this guy does. We've got the bird over here. Average power first. Excuse me. We've got the variable wide open on the front. You can see it climbing a little bit. It's probably that unregulated power supply. It does have an iron core power supply in it. Hello, man, it's getting with it though. Hello, audio. Hello, almost 500 average with the right audio. Let's see. It's sensitive with the input. Hello. I backed my dead key down on my radio just a little bit and it fell off, so those two 1446s is a little bit sensitive with what you put into them. But swinging almost 500 average with the right audio tone, so this thing is really getting with it. Let's see what it does PEP. Hello, audio, check 1, 2, 3. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Audio, I just checked it on average before the video. It's doing well over 1,000 PEP. This thing's stout. This thing is stout. Let's see what it does. 2,500 watt slug is going to be our best bet. You guys can see that. Yes, I just tested it on average before I hooked it up, so I was expecting to do right at 1,000, but this thing's getting with it. Okay, PEP. Top scale now. We got the 2,500 in there. Hello, audio. That is absolutely insane. Audio check 1, 2, 3. 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 Now, how clean is that? I can't really say. It's doing this kind of power because it's got a unregulated iron core power supply in it. I don't know what kind of volts are on these transistors, but holy smokes. Audio 1, 2, 3. Audio 1, 2, 3. That's about as much as I've ever seen out of a amp with a 4-pill in the final section. That is crazy. I had a 4-pill back in the day, to get off subject a little bit. I had an X-Force 4-pill back in the day. And before I knew any better, I drove the piss out of it. Put many sets of transistors in it. I drove it with a 2-pill 2879. Now given, guys, this is years and years and years ago. I didn't know any better at the time. And it would do 1,300, 1,400 watts PEP. It didn't matter. Put it on a dosi, on a bird, whatever you want to. it would do it, but it would go through pills. So this thing is getting with it. It's got the unregulated power supply in it, iron core transformers, 2 1446s, pushing 4 Toshiba 2879s. I mean, you saw 500 average, and then whatever that was, 1400 PEP. Now, like I said, how clean is it? I'm not going to sit here and say that this thing's going to have spectral purity on it, showing that kind of power. I'm sure it's a little bit dirty, but probably not as bad as what people would think. It's a transistor amp, so it's going to be a little bit dirty anyway. Let's back the variable down and see how the variable works on it. I've already turned the peak kit off, so let's go again here. We're at 3 o'clock. Audio check 1, 2, 3. Audio check 1, 2, 3. Audio, and knocked it down maybe a little bit. Now remember, we're looking at that top scale. Let's go to 12 o'clock. Oh, audio check 1, 2, 3. Now that backed it down to about 1,000. Audio check 1, 2, 3. Audio. We're gonna go back down to 9 o'clock. Audio. This variable in this thing actually works pretty killer. Audio 600. Now all the way down. Audio. That's pretty sweet. Audio check 1, 2, 3. That backed it down to about 300 watts. I'm just going to turn it back wide open again. Audio check. Absolutely insane. Audio. I could almost stretch and say that's 1500 watts. It's not quite 1500, but she is getting with the program. Now somebody out there probably that doesn't watch all my videos is going to say, oh man, you better buy a new watt meter, man. That watt meter, that's a selling meter. There's something wrong with that meter. Hey, look, you guys have seen me test 8 pills on this thing, and 8 pills only show like 1500, 1600 watts when I'm running out of juice back here. So it's not got anything to do with the meter. I will gladly let someone send their meter here if they want to take a Bird 43 with a peak kit in it and put it up against mine. I accept that challenge from anyone. So it's just the way the amp is functioning. Like I said, could it be a little bit dirty showing that kind of power? I'm sure it is. What's it got to, it's probably a couple of factors. It's probably a little bit dirty. It's probably, the unregulated power supply that's in it. Who knows, the voltage that it's running on right now. So there's a couple of factors. Toshiba 2879s as well, obviously. Now, we'll say this. That seems like an insane amount of power, but the new 4-pill 2879Cs, I have seen them be regularly driven to 500 average and 1300 to 1400 PEP. So this thing's not too far off. It doesn't have 2879Cs in it. It's got Toshibas in it. But to think that a 4-pill can't do that kind of power, they actually can. It's not common that you see a Toshiba amp do this much. But like I said, a 4-pill 2879C, I mean, I'm seeing people do it all the time. So this one's for sale, guys. I know I got a little bit long-winded sitting here talking, so it's for sale. It's heavy. It is a heavy amp. I'm going to try to sell it locally first. It's going to be expensive to ship it. I mean, it's one of these things, I will ship it, but it's going to be pricey to ship it. I'll take the covers off and take some inside pictures of it for those interested, but I am going to try to sell it locally first. 2 driving 4 old school Viper amp, guys. Rooster in Tennessee. Questions, comments, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. Also, check out the website, roostercb.com. Appreciate it, everybody. See you, bye.